It's the Jobbers Tears Podcast.
Jobber Nation, welcome to another amusement park ride episode of the Jobber Tears Podcast. As always, I am Janelle from HR, here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black and Leo in the background, talking about death and dishonor. Who else knows what else? Those that are watching on live feed, thank you so much for watching. Please, as always, subscribe to our YouTube page at the Jobber Tears Podcast, Instagram, Twitter. As we did announce last week, Al Snow will be hosting our WrestleMania 35 viewing party. It is an honor and a privilege. Can I get there? This is a rollout. Like, you can't just be like, it's a rollout. So, as I was saying, Al Snow will be hosting our WrestleMania 35 viewing party at Legends Sunday, April 7th. So if you are not going to that expensive-ass event at MetLife, please join us at Legends, where you can have some wings and meet some other wrestlers that Sir Wilkins will actually now do the honors of announcing who else we have in store for our viewing party for WrestleMania.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead. You was already.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Sir Wilkins here, and we got a bunch of special guests coming down for WrestleMania. We have Al Snow. What does everybody want? Head. We got Carly Perez, former NXT superstar. We got Manny Fernandez. We got Bully. Y'all ain't ready. We got Billy Jack coming, and we also got, hello ladies, Val motherfucking Venus.
Well, there'll be a lot in store.
And ladies.
And penis.
Pause, and pause. Like,
maybe you got his dick cut off?
Y'all didn't learn y'all lesson from Fastlane? No? Exactly.
Don't talk about Fastlane.
I'm just saying.
Head and penis?
Head and penis.
At his shoulders, Jesus Christ.
Head and penis. It's gonna be at WrestleMania.
Well, before we have WrestleMania, our kickoff to WrestleMania week will be next Saturday with brunch and video games at Katra, with no other than hosted by LAX. They will be there live and in color, signing autographs, taking pictures, but also you'll be able to eat some brunch, a $20 prefix menu with a drink included, and some video games. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Hey, put this down. You make an L, nigga.
Yo, what are you doing? Okay,
Stop.
It's like you got crippled syndrome. Yeah, like in your fingers. It's okay. It's all right.
So you never joined the gang, right?
No. You stay that way.
Good. Like this?
His little fingers. His little fingers. You never see Scary Movie?
You see how this is like this? Leave this in the back, put this in the front.
A Scary Movie shit.
Your hand, put this like this. Like this. Close enough. You gotta
He's really trying. I wish you guys actually on camera could see how he's like really struggling to do this. Like, you have to learn this in order, like, when they come and host the party.
Y'all put the L. So put the L up.
But you wear the clothing like I'm wearing like something red, right? Yeah, sure.
What?
No, come on, L. No, put the L. Put the L up.
What are you doing?
Like this. No, brother, that was sexy with the dogs. Like this. Open it up like the
It's like a special needs
right
job.
here. So, no.
Whoa. Okay, go sit down. Go sit down.
Are you mad?
Go sit down.
Son?
All right, so that's kicking off WrestleMania week, and then Wednesday, April the 3rd, Battle Club Pro presents Icons 3. Joaquin Morales, owner of Battle Club Pro, will actually be our guest star next week.
He's not a guest no more.
He is. He's a family member. He's a friend to the show. But, I like to have people feel special.
After you had the first time, you good, brother.
All right, you're not going to talk like that old show. I'm just going to let you know that right now. This is super awkward, and I don't like it. But as I was saying, Joaquin will be here next week. He's going to talk a lot about his upcoming show, all-female show during WrestleMania week. And we are also going to throw out some WrestleMania predictions, NXT predictions, and so forth.
He never wants to do them, though.
I know, but he has no choice next week. Like, if he wants to be here, he has to be here.
He's like, this $1 billion company, why am I worried about that company?
The $1 billion
my own company to worry about.
Well, we're going.
He laughs like a supervillain.
He doesn't laugh like a supervillain, though. I wish he did though.
I can't add to the sauce to the story.
No, that's too much sauce. And then the
What
Friday.
if he's watching Likely right now he really is rapping like he
Well, then he has to do it next week when he's here, because I won't know.
Also, I let him know if I'm able to practice in the ring.
Oh, because you wanted to take a chop. Oh no, Leo. How many women are we gonna get to chop you on that Wednesday?
Are you coming that Wednesday?
didn't he? I could do it.
Are you coming that Wednesday?
On Wednesday.
The 3rd of April?
Whatever, yeah.
Well, I mean,
No.
you would have been available anyway because we would have been recording. So
Okay.
It's actually the same time as recording.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's fine. You're coming.
Yeah.
You want to meet? Because it's in Queens, right?
No, it's in Brooklyn.
It's in Brooklyn. Yeah.
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 In the hood.
Where's Brooklyn? Is it Blackwood?
No,
Williamsburg?
no, kind of like Bushwick, like kind of like by my by my house, but kind of in the area.
So you want to meet?
Sure, yeah.
You know the world, son.
I'm down.
Whole nother world. And then also that Friday, NXT takeover New York, which I think is super weird, but whatever. We will have our viewing party there, and then after
Is
we'll
Takeover in the Barclays Center?
yeah, which is why I don't get why it's called Takeover New York, but whatever. No. And then after NXT TakeOver, whether you are at Legends or at Barclays, please come down to Legends. Billy Gunn's badass WrestleMania party is following our NXT viewing party, so we are very lucky to have a lot going on within the next 2 weeks. We hope to see a lot of people who are friends to the show that are coming into town. Don't be afraid. If you see any one of us at a show, please, stop and say, hey, how are you?
Say put the arms in.
Yeah, so if you see one of us, put your forearm
No,
in the
actually,
air,
if you see
and then-
one of
and then
them.
hit- and then hit your forearm.
If you see one of them, then you do that. If you see me, just say, hey, Janelle.
Did somebody see the...
Yeah, at Evolve. That's how you know. Sid was like, that's how you know you're a celebrity. I was like, I don't know about all that, sir. But
Who was it?
yeah, it was just a guy that watches the podcast. Thank you to that gentleman that I saw at Evolve. I literally was online. He was like, hey, aren't you from the Jabba Tears podcast? I was like, yeah. And mind you, I didn't have my shirt on or anything. So, I be trying to keep a low profile sometimes. But he was like, I love your work. He said, I love the work you guys are doing. Like literally everyone, I would say, and that's what's humbling about us doing this is literally every person we've come in contact with and supported us has honestly said, whatever you guys are doing, it's working. Keep up the good work. So, like, it's not me.
Look, I'm gonna say this.
It's not me, so.
I'm gonna say this. Listen, if y'all going to Wale Mania, if y'all part of Jobber Squad, hit me up. I'll get y'all all shirts. $25 each shirt. Let's take over Wale Mania. If y'all serious, y'all bang with us. Y'all been since the beginning. Let's do this together. Let's take over Wale Mania. That's the one.
I'm getting fucked up a while, I'm not gonna lie.
Super fucked up, and I got all.
Cut me off.
No, you were at the tail end. He didn't really cut you off. But as Mr. Black said, if you are, and a lot of people keep asking me for fucking shirts. So please, if you want a Jabba Tears podcast shirt made, please see Mr. Black. Please send all requests, inquiries to Mr. Black.
Post it on the page.
Don't ask me no more.
Hit me up. We're gonna take over Wale Mania.
Like niggas want colors. They want a lot of different shit.
Y'all,
Won't you post it on the page?
y'all not getting no other color. Y'all not getting more colors than me. Y'all get the gold and black. We're gonna take over Wale Mania.
All right.
Let's go. Let's get this money. You heard? Come on.
All right.
Y'all niggas are mad awkward.
No, nigga, you are bad. Extra, like, let's get this money. Like, what? We going to a party.
This nigga
Y'all
was mad.
know this.
This nigga said it.
This nigga gave us a paid in full promo. I was like,
That was
all right,
a good promo.
Mitch.
That was a good promo.
Nigga, everyone got so confused about this. Y'all know who I am.
All right,
Listen,
Mitch.
I'm saying this way, yo. I'm trying to be lit on Wale Mania. I want Wale to.
You lit right now. So what the
Let me
fuck?
finish. I want Wale to look in the audience. I want the real life cast. I want all the wrestlers, be whoever is there, say, yo, what is the Jabba Tears podcast? Boom. I want niggas to be rocking that stuff. Yo. Shout out to the academics of the wrestling world. Black Wrestling Alliance. I'm gonna watch this later. You the real MVP. If you see how Wale Mania, I got a shirt ready for you, dog.
Not gonna be there.
He definitely not coming to the country.
I FaceTime.
Oh, that's, remember time difference, but it's the thought that counts.
I think don't sleep.
He actually doesn't, though. It's weird. But, all right, let us start.
Oh, don't forget.
Or not.
That Saturday, Culture Clash, Hog, at Amazura. Don't forget, early, right before,
Yo, I'm so sick because the
Dolphin.
Evolve show, WrestleMania week, it's that Thursday, the 4th, and it's at 12 in the fucking afternoon. And the headline, the main event is Austin Theory versus Kyle O'Reilly for the Evolve Championship. So if you are, once again, those that are out of towners and you know, or if you took off WrestleMania week, please make sure to go support your fellow independent wrestling promotions that are throwing amazing shows, whether it's in New York, Brooklyn, Queens, New Jersey, wherever it is. Support independent wrestling. It is, once again, an added bonus to WrestleMania week to go to these certain events. WrestleCon is Friday, Saturday, WrestleMania week. WrestleMania Access at the Pier in Brooklyn, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So once again, if you are once again in town for WrestleMania, we welcome you to our city. We thank you guys for supporting Job of Tears podcast as always. And we just want to have everyone to have a safe and amazing and memorable WrestleMania week. So everything we do for the culture. We do it for you guys. So just keep that in mind. And we just want to say a quick thank you. All right, so let's open up.
Real Super Nitro. You're doing a good job with the Black.
Boys, shout outs to you for going all the way to Puerto Rico and having a match out there. Shout outs to you. Because that shit is not easy. Not easy.
You doing your thing.
do your thing, bro.
I felt like Haitian there.
He Haitian?
You Haitian?
Come on, that was you talking to people? He told me.
No,
Speaking of that,
I got
yo,
time.
hit up my inbox. I want to interview you. Hit me up.
Why you look at me? I know he's Haitian. But y'all know y'all like, y'all, it's like a magnifying glass. Like y'all always gravitate to all the Haitians. Y'all do know that. Okay. But all right, let us go into our opening segment behind Gorilla's position. Our OMG moment of this week goes to no other than Impact Wrestling, reestablishing their developmental with OVW. And if you do not know, OVW has been around for plenty. Ohio Valley Wrestling has been around for very, very some time. The likes of John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, and Johnny Impact, who is the current reigning and defending Impact Wrestling champion, have all come out of OVW. And now Impact has now reestablished their brand, their connection with them. So, and if you did not know, fun fact, that Al Snow, who, cheap plug, is hosting our WrestleMania viewing party, is the owner of Ohio Valley Wrestling. He acquired the company back in June of 2018. So I thought that was a very interesting fun fact that we have the owner of a developmental territory coming to Legends to come fuck with us. So, and so if you did not know, WWE used to work with OVW back from 2000 to 2008. Then Impact was working with them from about 2012, 2014. So now they are coming back together and trying to dig up some new and upcoming talent. So my question to you gentlemen, first off, is this the right step in direction for Impact? I mean, a lot has been going on. Honestly speaking, Impact has definitely, in my opinion, stepped up within the last year and a half, acquiring certain people like Johnny Impact. You have Brian Cage, you have Killer Cross, you have Moose, you have LAX, you have Tessa, who's handling the women's division. You have Sue Young. You have a lot of people, and they're making a lot of noise for Impact. So, question you gentlemen, is this the right direction moving forward for Impact?
I think it's the real right direction because we live in a world where like we gotta reestablish ourselves as a brand. Knowing that what Impact been through, the whole Jesse Carter era, the Hogan era, Bischoff era, they haven't really found an identity. And similar to sports team, you have to have a culture. So they acquired OVW, now they will have an Impact style now. You see how we have their style, they have an Impact style now. If you really want to set a precedent in any field, you got to have a farming system. You know, shout out to the D-League, I think they call it Gator League, something like that. They have a farming system, just like the NFL has a farming system with NFL Canada, NFL Europe, to develop these players. So why not have the direct connection similar to NXT back in the day? If you send talent down and while doing nothing, it's like, oh shoot, Johnny Impact versus the OVW champion to say, yo, this guy's a big deal. He's the next one up to the main roster. So it's a win-win situation for everybody. Now OVW will be like a real alternative. Like I may not go to NXT, or NXT is like a little bit out of my region. Maybe I'll go OVW. OVW created a lot of stars. The Batistas. Look at that class that it came out of. The Batistas, the CM Punks, the John Cenas,
the Randalls,
the Randy Ortons, the Dolphs, the Miz. Endless amount of wrestlers that came out of there. You know, I think even was Kenny there, or was he NXT?
Kenny was there.
Kenny was there. So these are
Mark Kenny was there too.
everybody was there. So this is a win-win situation. I'll go back to what I always say is not everyone eats. Now, this is a great relationship. Also, is very well knowledge in the wrestling business. Everybody wins.
Okay. So, what is your thoughts on OVW and Impact joining forces once again?
No, this is a dope look for Impact because they have a way to get new talent. Because when you look at it, they're always like looking, you always have to scout, right? But you want home. You want to go down there, OVW, like, okay, cool. Who's the next up here? Who we bringing up? You want to develop your own talent. You always want, like he said, you want to develop your own talent and your own roster instead of going out looking for it. And then what that'll also help is that you're done with your own roster. Now you have different type of contracts, like Impact only contracts. Like somebody, okay, you're in OVW, we're gonna bring you up, but this is only exclusive to us. That can also start introducing that as well, because they usually don't have exclusive contracts really. You get motherfuckers wrestling everywhere.
Everywhere.
So, and you know, they get more money that way, obviously, but this is a great way for them to establish themselves as a bigger brand, because now you have a place you can go to get your own talent.
Okay. All right, so we're going to move on. Cody Rhodes, AEW's Cody Rhodes is out here going to legal teams and filing some trademarks. So apparently, he's trademarking some of the following things: Prince of Wrestling, Battle Bowl, Bash at the Beach, and Bunkhouse Stampede. So if you don't know, Bunkhouse Stampede is a no-holds-barred steel cage battle royal, and Battle Bowl is wrestlers who would not typically team with one another are randomly selected, and the winners go into a final battle royal. Both concepts are created by the late, great Dusty Rhodes, who is his dad. And then also, if you do not know, Bash at the Beach was a very popular WCW named pay-per-view where, you know, that whole NWO start circa 1996, you know, amongst other things. But my question to you guys is, are you excited that these trademarks are going on? Because with that being said, it probably means that AEW in some way, shape, or form are going to use these concepts. So are these concepts good for AEW's now kind of like foundation? Anybody?
No, this is dope. First of all, he's reclaiming what Daddy got. Because Daddy brought a lot of stuff to the WCW.
A lot.
Organs. Other things. But this is awesome. Cody Rhodes is like, yo, we have to establish ourselves as a brand instead of a t-shirt brand like you always say, and also a gimmick brand, which a lot of people are saying about AEW. This is like, okay, we're gonna set ourselves up for future pay-per-views. We're moving the needle slowly on the brand and moving forward, which they have to do, because at this point, all right, cool, you got the talent, what are you doing next?
Right, because you have Double or Nothing, you have their event in May, and then they have one in July in Florida, and then their future other events going on this year. So
and it's a dope thing. I always love Bash at the Beach.
Really?
It was always a cool name. It's the fucking coolest name ever. Bash at the Beach.
Really?
It's Bash at the Beach.
No, I know, but I'm just
it's not as cool as In the House.
No, In the House is fucking
in your house.
That and I've always, for some reason, I've been on the trip of King of the Ring for like the past week, like just watching on a network, and that's one of my favorite concepts of all time. is King of the Ring.
was
So
dope, but this is all like good stuff. Like
you like Bash at the Beach more than Halloween Havoc?
Yes.
Or Great American Bash?
American Bash is mad generic.
But Halloween Havoc or Starcade.
Starcade is cool,
Okay.
but Bash at the Beach is Bash at the Beach.
But see, that I just feel like it's so narrow. Like it has to revolve around summer and it has to revolve around a beach.
SummerSlam.
We do the same thing. The title is named Summer.
But I never,
It's mad generic.
same thing though. I never really
you love
was like.
SummerSlam.
Actually, it's not my favorite Big Four.
You don't complain about SummerSlam. Like SummerSlam's come together.
SummerSlam
No,
is
I
one of
don't.
the better ones of the Big
Exactly.
Four.
It's not my favorite
This was one of
Big
the better
Four.
ones.
But I ain't excited for this. Again, it's just a bunch of names on paper that they just filed a copyright to it. Like I said before.
But
and
isn't that smart to do that versus just letting it sit in the atmosphere?
cool? But they filed a bunch of copyright names. So what? Like, come on, you get these old gimmicks that your dad used to have. Okay, you do that. Cool. As far as like a fan of wrestling, I'm like, all right, okay, that's what you have to do. But as far as somebody that admires his work, a fellow cancer, how he's such an entrepreneur of mine, is showing the world that I'm doing this the right way to reclaim what my daddy has. So it's a good swan story. It's a good hero tale story. It's cool for that, as everybody now in the millennium is like, everybody want to be entrepreneur. But as far as like, are you excited to get these names? No, they didn't do nothing. So
But not yet, but it's a
establishing
step.
themselves.
Listen,
It's establishing
I don't
themselves as a
know.
brand, further moving the brand forward.
Yeah.
And it's also the dopest thing about it is like, yo, you guys are saying like, yo, we're really about this. We're gonna bring these names aboard. We're trademarking it, so it's business being done. And it's like, you know what? I'm doing it for my last name, not my first name too. Because a lot of shit they exploited from Dusty when he was in WWE. And they don't give him 100% credit. So he's taking those names back, moving the needle, and also establishing AEW as a brand. I get what you're saying when you're like, yo, it's just names on paper, but it's also very important names on paper. That's the same way when you sign Chris Jericho. Yeah, he hasn't wrestled yet, but it's an important name on that piece of paper because you're saying, yo, I got one of the baddest motherfuckers in the business. And you know, when I say I got Bash at the Beach,
One of the
it's like, yo,
goats.
we got a brand.
Again, not excited.
Okay,
Because
that's fair.
though one of the matches, no holds barred, still cage battle royal. What if like everybody goes, oh, I want to do it, and the first one's terrible. So this is why I'm not excited because like I don't have no.
You just don't want to
expectation.
have any
Exactly.
expectations,
So
and
as
that's
far
why
as
you're not
just, like,
excited. But you wouldn't want to see that?
Yeah, but I want to see the Pujani in prison for the first time.
Why
But
the fuck
I
would you
know-
want to see that?
It was something new. It was the fact that how that you have bamboo stuff like
was
that.
fire.
It was a great, don't get me wrong, great concept.
Inferno match was better.
Inferno match is basically slam. Like I feel the Inferno match was better than the video games because I felt more of the pressure I was playing it. But as far as the like,
Inferno match was stupid.
it's just like
No.
But as far as just like everybody get excited for the name.
King got burnt. I'm listening.
But as far as everybody get excited for the name, so what? Like so what?
I'm not excited about the name. It's
I'm
just
not
in terms of the
excited at all.
concepts.
No, it's cool, but you know, in TNA Impact, somebody thought that the Reverse Fire Royal was a cool concept until we saw. I told you,
Well, Ultimate X is definitely like one of the coolest concepts coming out of Impact.
on paper. It sounds cool on paper.
No, on paper that shit sounded
Oh,
trash.
no.
Like I was just like,
No,
the fuck is
to
this?
me, I was like, okay, this sounds kind of cool when someone described this to me. But on screen, it tells a different story. So, I get it. As far, like I said before, I'm an entrepreneur, creating back your dad's name, getting well established. Cool. A wrestling fan in me, give me 5 years. Because who knows? I want to see how they set the stage up. I could be at an actual beach. You know, I don't have girls. I don't play like volleyball in the background, something like that. Establish. So I gonna bring back. I don't have the same time trial like WWE do it for every event. I'm gonna mix it up and show that. This is why I'm not excited.
But you are getting excited because what you just said is like, oh, what's the possibility that's going to happen? Oh, are they going to have this? Are they going to have that? You're not.
I
fully
think it's
excited.
more of a vision
Yeah,
versus
because
hyping yourself up to a point where you
Yeah, and
gain
I-
expectations.
Yeah, but you're
it's
still
just
thinking
like-
about it.
I'm
about
thinking
the
about
possibilities
it,
would
but
be.
it's just like this, right? Let's say how that one of y'all start a new job. You're gonna say that how that I wonder if my boss can do this. I I want them to get along with people. You gonna have a reaction like, oh yeah, no, I'll be back. So you have a reaction that as far as just like, I want what's gonna happen. I ain't excited.
When you think about something, you're executing a feeling.
Yeah, something needs something, then you're gonna be excited.
The fact that you're thinking about it, like, yo, hey, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna do this? What are they gonna do? You just got their attention because you're thinking about it. If you didn't care about it at all, you're like, oh, basketball's okay, whatever, and move on.
I mean, like, I have to talk about it. I'm on a show, so
yeah, I know. Of course, you're gonna talk about
like,
it, but your comment wouldn't be, "What are they gonna do this? Are they gonna do that?" It would have just been whatever.
But I mean, it's wrestling. We all confront for the camera, but we all know we care deep down inside.
I think you being on camera, off camera wrestling.
Yeah, but guess what? If this shit comes to fruit and it's pops, you gonna be
5 years. And
that shit. But who's to say let's say if they did this shit next year and it pops and it was the way that you might have envisioned it, then what?
But then, like I said in numerous episodes about AEW,
then you'll be excited.
Show was weird though.
Like
volleyball in the background.
Like
no, would it?
No, it wouldn't be tough.
Hog Wild, they had fucking biker clubs all around the fucking ring. That shit was kind of hard.
And the last row was at Panama. Like, who wrestles in Panama?
Well, Florida actually, low-key, is a really huge independent, like, it's a wrestling state.
But the one thing I admire about WCW is it's like their arenas, they was very original with it. And they went in towns where you usually respect wrestling. But then again, they kind of have to.
No, yes, they did.
Like, but no, they went to certain buildings. Like, oh, I never expect them to go there. But then again, I get why, because they already had like a strong grip hold during that time against all these arenas and stadiums. But I like WCW because WCW was like so like they had so cool concepts.
WCW didn't lack creativity. Didn't lack vision. It was missing.
It was missing leadership. It was missing. It like they always say, and like if you watch the Monday Night Wars, it was the Asylum running the company,
yeah,
and it wasn't
like you can't have Kevin Nash out here writing the scripts and in the matches,
and then halfway through you can't have like Granny Kane on the pole matches and think that shit is high, and that shit, like, come on.
Or David Arquette winning the fucking championship.
Y'all gonna let that go.
I'm never letting that go.
I don't give a fuck.
David Arquette should not have been champion. What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, I see it this way. In alternate reality, it worked. So, in this world,
for that moment.
Yeah, but no. I get why they did it. If you really think about it, WCW was in the movie. I call Ready to Rumble or something like that. Ready to Rumble.
It was just it made sense. Got it.
It was a great marketing tool. It made sense because they had to reestablish itself. How's that be in 2020? Boom. They did it. Imagine you being a wrestling fan, and after that, Vince come up to you in the audience, you could be W champion.
See, but then that's the same energy that when you got a 7-year-old Nicholas winning at WrestleMania.
Oh no, I kept the same energy. Like I thought personally
that's completely different.
That's not.
Nicholas didn't fight. David Arquette was on top of the cage, my niggas.
Which one's
and
worse?
barely did anything.
Yo, nigga, he was on top of the cage, bloody and shit. No, I am not giving the same energy on that shit.
Which one? No. Next question. Which one's worse? Losing to a man or a kid? A 7-year-old. Exactly.
The kid just stood outside the ring.
It wasn't technically losing to like just the kid. It was a tag team.
He was a tag team.
Exactly.
He stood outside the ring, and Braun Strowman took care of business.
See, but I think the whole concept,
Zach Gowen.
Nah.
Okay, no.
That is kind of, but then again,
no, it's not.
Zach Gowen could fight, and like Zach Gowen is a man. The only thing about him has one leg, so
it's
that's. No, but he fucked him up though. That wasn't really a fight. What are we talking about? He took his leg off and then tossed him across.
Exactly, but that's different. He's a man.
Yo, that time of wrestling was wild because that just reminds me like when Gene Snitsky had like fucking punted that fucking fake ass baby that they thought it was Lita, and then really it's the commentary that gets me every fucking time.
No, backtrack it this way. Backtrack. Braun, him doing that set back the Raw Tag Team division very far back.
I don't think it did.
It is not.
I don't think it did. I don't think. But see, that's what I mean. It's the same where you have a celebrity guy winning your highest title.
DDP
how is that not? How is that not a spit in your face? And Braun helped out a 7-year-old.
Braun, yo.
It's the same thing. Real issue why people don't like David. That's the real issue why people always get in a huff and a puff about David Arquette because of the fact that he was a celebrity winning.
No, it's not even that.
So what's the difference? So what's the difference when Lawrence Taylor beat a wrestler at WrestleMania?
There is no difference.
So nobody.
No, but I'm not putting a title.
Oh, but I'm definitely not talking. I'm definitely not talking about an abuser. So that I'm not doing. Like I never will support Lawrence Taylor. Sorry, not sorry.
Love Hewitt at the time, nigga. No, I don't care if Love Hewitt got good pussy. I'm not putting my title on fucking David Arquette.
I definitely don't think he was fucking Jennifer Love Hewitt though.
Who was he fucking? He was fucking some bad bitch.
He was fucking the bitch that he was married to when he in the Scream movie.
That movie, the summer movie. I don't know that.
He wasn't with. I swear he was with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No, it was the girl from Scream that he was married to.
Find out. Google that shit. But whatever. He should not have been. You can't put a title on him. And he had a reign too.
He did.
He had a low-key reign.
I think the next night on Nitro, he defended the title.
Yeah, my nigga, Nicholas was gone the next night.
But all I'm saying is
was out here on these streets popping.
All I'm saying.
But then yet you're mad.
I am mad. I don't. That shit was when I remember watching that shit. That's what.
But why are you big mad about David Arquette winning the title?
Exactly.
That's all David Arquette.
But again, so imagine the difference. So the next match is difference. What's the difference in Terry Crews winning the championship?
Who?
Terry Crews.
I ain't letting Terry Crews win the championship.
How about The Rock?
I'm okay with The Rock winning the championship.
Oh, I am not okay. I am not okay with The Rock winning any title.
Terry Crews should definitely win the championship.
Well, all I'm saying is this way. All I'm saying is this way. All I'm saying is this. It was great marketing.
It was great TV. It was great TV.
Because
guess what? It's great. No, but regardless of the fact whether you like it, you dislike it, whatever the case might be, it works because we're talking about it.
And it was still mismanagement. Because that was one of their biggest flaws. Because I watched way too many documentaries. Oh, and they devastated one of their biggest flaws.
No, but they were already sinking. They were sinking way before David Arquette got into the picture.
Like, okay, niggas put another 20 pounds on the fucking ship and said, sink some more. David Arquette out here, he's on top of the fucking cage, bloody and shit, talking about he's a hero. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. No. Get the fuck out of here, David Arquette.
Living his childhood dream.
Nigga, I want to live my dream.
Well, get it together.
WCW, and a fucking title, David Arquette.
All I'm saying is this.
So wait, are you challenging David Arquette?
All I'm saying is this. David Arquette is actually a wrestler, and he did redeem himself with that death match last year. Listen, it worked.
It worked.
It bad marketing.
It was mismanagement.
Look, we still talking about Arquette, right?
I agree with you.
Really.
All I'm saying is this.
Fuck David Arquette.
All I'm saying is this.
Are you challenging David Arquette though?
All I'm saying is this. What if WCW was not going down the drain, right? Hear me out. I'm looking at a standpoint of an alternate universe. What if in that alternate universe, WCW was on top? And they say, someone came up to them and said, yo, look, we'll offer you this amount of money if you your wrestlers. A lot of wrestlers got extra check to be in that movie.
Excuse me.
And David Arquette won the championship. Now, what if the alternate universe, they was hopping WCW and he won it? It would not be an uproar. I felt that it was only a bad move because WCW was going down a wrong direction.
It wasn't a bad move. It was just they were already sinking. So we agree to that.
Yeah, why not?
David Arquette winning the title is the same not the same concept, but it's on that same line of when you have celebrities involved in wrestling.
Matter of fact, better yet, fine.
Period.
What's the difference of Vince winning it?
There is none. Vince, everyone knows, Vince should have never won that Royal Rumble.
Right.
Period.
Right.
But, once again, storytelling, story writing. Vince loves being in front of the camera.
Exactly.
Vince loves taking one for the team.
Exactly.
It made sense with the storyline,
Hold on.
which was cool.
Let's
but that's a little different.
You're right.
Wait.
The guys are right. It is a little different, though. But what's the difference when Stephanie won the women's title? And David Arquette got help from DDP and Jeff Jarrett.
But let's rewind. Let's rewind this. When Stephanie won the title, she was part of WWE. When Vince won the title, he owns the company. That's a whole different conversation.
No, that's no different.
No, David Arquette comes in. The reason why he won the title was because niggas was desperate. You doing the movie.
They wanted a pop.
They wanted a pop. Shit, so you're like, yo, we're gonna do a desperate move. Was it wrote by Vince Russo too? It probably was.
RoboCop was not Vince Russo, because Vince Russo was the WWE.
But definitely David Arquette.
What about
Vince Russo name is all over David Arquette.
How about this?
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. Because you know he was doing a great job writing during that time.
So what's
this nigga?
How about this?
Vince Russo ass nigga David Arquette.
What's the difference when Sting was getting beat up and my son RoboCop came and helped him? No one said nothing about that.
That shit was
that shit was dumb. That shit was dumb. That shit was dumb. That shit was dumb. That shit was dumb.
That shit was, you can't win this.
A lot of this shit a lot of this shit they did in the early 90s right before Bischoff got into that was dumb. Like it was it did not make sense.
But
at
all I'm saying is this. Yo, Eugene was not supposed to work, but it worked.
Eugene knows how to wrestle.
No.
That's
I'm talking about
very different.
That when you throw to the wall, it makes no sense. So, all I'm saying is this.
But that's a very different conversation though.
Sometimes you gotta throw in everything. Say, yo,
This actually still wrestling.
Who? I said
yeah, we know that.
We said like 4 seconds ago,
I
dog.
started looking him up, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So fuck David Arquette in that time.
I think you should definitely challenge David Arquette at this
Fucking
point.
David Arquette, nigga, sit your ass down at that time. I'm happy to
Challenge him.
wrestling.
Challenge
But
him.
listen,
Fucking David Arquette. He was on top of the cage with bloody with his hands up.
He was
Nigga, how
living
old
his
was
childhood
that?
dream.
What year was that?
That was
Look
definitely
at
like
it.
99, maybe.
It was 2000, right?
Maybe.
Nigga.
listen. David Arquette won the WWE title.
Nigga, I was 11 years old, pissed. Like, this nigga?
You're
This nigga with the title?
You're blown.
It was one of my favorite matches, too. When they had the cell
The 3 levels, yeah.
Oh, that shit was a fire match. And then they had this nigga win the title. This nigga won the title. David Arquette.
Yo, you're really big mad about David Arquette.
No, I've been pissed about this for years. This nigga won the title. Niggas on top of the cage.
Okay, so you're
that he won it before Booker T.
Oh, that could be valid.
He probably is right.
Probably is right. Okay, so your worst title person winner is David Arquette. Who is the person you were like, he should have never won a title?
Damn.
I feel like that's a good question. Those are watching on the live feed, put in the comments below. Who is the worst champion of like all time in your opinion?
Yo, dang, think about it right now. That's a good question. I don't think I have a problem with any.
Like what title reign did you have an issue with?
Oh, I guess from modern day time, I have to say when Keith Slater, David Arquette won the title. Like,
But that was like Nexus, no?
that was the core.
Oh.
So I'm looking like
They were a nigga with a Coors t-shirt the other day.
Still running wild.
Like, I felt mad disturbed because I'm looking like this guy was in I Love New York, and Keith Slater wasn't Keith Slater. So I'm looking like, why did he win this? And
But he's always been Heath though, so.
Nah, but he's now it's Keith Slater, like Keith Slater, like put respect in his name. Before it was just, Keith Slater. Nigga fucked him out there right now. So.
Wow. What are people saying on the live feed? I'm interested, like, okay, you're already know David Arquette. Who's the worst title reign in my opinion?
Bell said Vince was ECW champion.
That's so funny.
The highly underrated sports page said send him a therapist card.
Cause he big mad about fucking David Arquette of all fucking
I'm
people.
11 years old, trying to live the dream, son. And I'm watching shit. This man is on this shit. Nigga used to be in Scream. What's the episode of Friends?
Matthew said that he got you dying, that you got him dying on his break from the podcast.
Nigga, David fucking Arquette. Yo, fuck that nigga at that time. Fuck
You
David
are
Arquette in 2000.
super mad about that.
Fuck that nigga.
I'm trying to think who was like the person I really was like, why the fuck you had a title?
That would be like a 49-year-old versus a 32-year-old, 31-year-old.
I mean, that doesn't matter. Yeah, that's
I
irrelevant.
didn't take versus Roman Reigns. Like I took like 50, like 65. So it's hard.
First of all, Taker is nowhere near 65 or AARP his hip, but then he got a better hip.
Yeah.
He can do it.
So
I mean, yeah, he did do it.
And he did do it. I took like from like 65. Yeah. He's eligible for the ARP cards. You know what I'm talking about, right?
He definitely isn't though, as of yet. Y'all wildin'. He's not eligible.
He's eligible.
He's not eligible.
You know what?
Medicaid.
Yo,
You ain't got no
insurance.
job. What week is this? This is third week? Third week ain't got no job.
Unbelievable.
Third week ain't got no job.
Facts. Yo,
Went to the unemployment office last week, son. Shit is different, son. So I went to the unemployment office. I walk in and then I had to fill out some paperwork and shit. And then this other dude who's like, because they help you find jobs. So he came in, he's like, I need help looking for a job. He's like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, nigga. I gotta get paid minimum $40 an hour.
What, nigga? Nigga, the minimum in New York State now is 15.
He said I got
Be
paid.
blessed.
I got paid, get minimum of $40 an hour. So help me find a job. And I was like, yo, you right, King. You right. I started screaming it out loud. I don't give a fuck. I got no job. Who's the fuck? So now I'm gonna take some classes. No apparent reason. About to start school.
Nigga just said, just cause I want to have some fun.
About to go back on campus. I'm about to, put my hat backwards.
Get some scholarship.
You know the one thing that always aggravated me the fuck when niggas used to do growing up was how they fucking carry book bags. Like, why the fuck is your book bag like on the bottom of your elbows and you dragging it across the floor to each class?
Oh,
like,
that was the thing.
oh my God.
That
That
was the thing.
shit
That was the
aggravates
thing.
the fuck out of me.
Nah,
Yo,
but-
Bronx niggas was mad. Oh, it's like, why do you do that? Like, just carry it on your back. I don't carry a bag at
Now I'm about to go
all.
back to school and look like an undercover cop.
That's creepy because you got a bald head and you
I have a
do
bald
like a
head, I
cop.
have the hat on backwards, I have my book bag on one side, I'm like, hey guys.
First of all, niggas gonna look at you like, are you 21 Jump Street? Like, what the fuck?
That's a fire movie though.
That was a really good movie.
I
Side
ain't gonna
note.
front though. Like, that's one of the movies where like one or two can't go wrong.
Yeah, like, and I thought 2 was like, I thought it wasn't gonna be all that, but it was mad. It was funny.
Like Rush Hour. Rush Hour.
Saw Captain
1 and
Marvel.
2.
How was that? I heard it wasn't all that.
It was wild. Like I felt like they're trying to find this identity. Like they're trying to be like a sci-fi. They're trying to be like a action thrill spy thing. Like
This is a female shit, that's why.
It actually, let's not be sexist. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's what that sounded like.
Oh, I'm trying to love hip hop.
Like Soul is nice.
You saw Love and Hip Hop last
I
night?
was trying to watch a reunion.
Let's talk about
I just
it.
finished watching it. This nigga was talking mad shit over the phone. Because I called him to talk business, and he was like, what are you doing? I was like, watching Love and Hip Hop, the reunion, part 1. He was like, what?
Wait, but like Scooby-Doo type shit. No, was it in New York or no? It wasn't. It was in New York or Miami.
It's New York. I gotta start Miami next week.
Okay, Miami's is spicy because so there's this guy, so Quincy, who's one of the hostess at my job, and he always calls my phone like the day after Love and Hip Hop come on, and we talk about it. He's mad funny, but yo, Miami, Trick Daddy and Trina shit, that shit is.
Are they having beef?
Yeah, like real,
You want me to keep
real beef.
Anybody does, but I have a huge crush on Trina.
But like, I feel like every nigga had a huge crush on Trina, and I don't understand. Yeah, I don't get it. I never understood it.
I don't know. I have a
She's the
massive
baddest
crush.
bitch.
Like her album cover when she's on top of that nigga, and then she's like giving them the respite, whatever that shock thing. I had like a little picture underneath my bed.
Wait, underneath your bed?
Yeah, to pull it out. And
What
then,
type of creepy shit is that? You never had posters in your room?
I didn't have posted them, but I had like a little picture of it. I printed it out online.
I had XXL.
Did you see
magazine
this?
I jerked off to.
Yeah. that's
Wait,
what I did.
excuse me?
The back of XXL magazine, or like the female part,
Oh, yeah, right,
the
right.
part.
Oh, mad big
I
movies
had
on
like
the back.
stacks of them.
It was in double XL, it was in the Source, it was in the Vibe. If you read back to one, like if you're in jail, you get a pen pal. It says like how to you get a pen pal, like different girls with a thing, and I bet as a man you could join there too. At
Wait,
one
so
point,
did y'all ever pen pal something?
No.
I thought about it because like I feel like women just need some loving too, especially light skinned women. Like they love dark skinned guys.
Okay.
Listen,
I just said okay.
like you know,
I
like
just love Trina.
listen. I don't see
still
nothing
do,
wrong
son.
being a pen pal to a woman in jail.
No, like I don't think it's completely wrong either. Like trust me, like.
I legit love her.
But to be fair, so watch watch the reunions this week, and then we talk about it next week.
I started really loving what's the chick's good name? The dark skin one with the fro.
Oh, Amada.
Amada is fine as fuck. My lord, she's fine as hell.
You know what? Actually, you know what show I feel like? Did I ever tell you about Temptation Island? Because
I be watching after Raw.
because it comes on after SmackDown. So
SmackDown, yeah. SmackDown.
So like maybe the last like month or so, I was watching it, and I was just like, I would like this is a setup for failure. Like this is some real.
You know how old that show is?
No, it's an old show because the guy that's hosted the original show.
Yeah, on Channel 5.
So it just is like crazy. Like you got this nigga. So like they on two separate parts of the island or whatever, and then they have a girls' villa and a men's villa or whatever. But then, what do y'all think? I'm sorry, I got to ask a question. What do y'all think they're gonna do with the IC title at Mania? Let's pause that. I will ask them that question when we get to the Raw recap. But real quick, Temptation Island. So this week and next week are like the final 2 episodes. It's like they're like reunion type episodes. So you find out if the couple's gonna stay together or not stay together because they do. Yo, it is lit because they do like what they call a bonfire, and basically the bonfire is you get to see what your partner is doing on the other side of the island. So you don't know. No, like you get to see like it's like kind of like a checkup thing. Like you get to see like if they really tempted or not. Like it's just it's real. You got people that like there's this one couple who I thought was gonna stay together and apparently they're not. But they have been together for like 6 years and they knew each other since they were teens and in their early 20s. And they came just trying to figure out, like, is this, should we, get married? Should we move on to the next level? Or should we just, go our separate ways because we are young and she was the only guy that he's been with, that's the only bitch she's been with type of shit. That's what it is. But that's what I kept saying. I was like, yo, this whole show is problematic as fuck because why the fuck would I go on there knowing you're going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people that you're going to be tempted by anyway.
But I kind of see it this way. It is a setup because listen how they use
They're all whores. That's mad funny. Guys and girls.
No. I kind of feel like
Just
the
saying.
whole show is like, I don't think it's really a setup. It's just like, if people get you mad, somebody slinging that dick around, you see the print,
what?
You might just say, all right, freak it. He been flirting with you. He put the print on your butt. You might end up sleep with him. You feel me? And your boyfriend got the shrimps.
Wait, so nobody ever like applied to be in the real world?
I've always wanted to do
What
that.
happened?
I got to the second step. And then they see you in person in real life.
What? Yo, that's actually that was always on my bucket list as a kid, was the real world. And it was, and honestly, the season, yo, you're an idiot.
You found that funny?
No, it's bad funny.
So I said, yo, I was back to the second part. The second part is see you in person. Yeah.
That's it.
You got a haircut?
No, I did my neck.
I didn't ask you that.
I braided my hair.
What was it?
How long ago was this?
I'm getting my section. Watch, she gonna be mad sexy next time.
It's not. You have a listen.
Let me shake you up.
Listen, love.
Let me shake you up.
You want braided for me?
No, what the fuck? Oh, that's mad gay. That's wild gay.
Why? I don't mean to see.
No, you're not a little girl.
But what's crazy is the season. Y'all keep that shit off camera.
No, low key. It was a couple of low key. I thought about being a hair salon because I thought about this way, right?
You mean you want to be a barber?
No, I want to be a hairstylist. I thought about it. So
like for women's hair, it's a lot of money in that.
No, because
you would make mad bread. One, because you're a guy, and two, bitches need their hair done all the time.
No, it's that I already thought about it because one day I was on the phone with some girl, right? I wonder how she's doing. No, I'm listening. Not the point. The point is this,
I really hope your new bitch ain't hearing that.
You can go to school for that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
for hair.
No.
1200.
Why do you know that?
You look it up. Empire Beauty School, right?
What you know about that?
What you know about that, dog?
Why the fuck, y'all?
Empire Beauty School got the hoes, though, son.
1,200 only?
Yeah.
Really?
No. That's not the point.
How many weeks is it?
That's not the point.
How many weeks is it? No, dead ass. How many weeks is it?
No. But here's the thing.
Lord.
But you forget. But you forget about Empire Beauty School though. They make you do other stuff too, like nails.
They
Nah.
do everything.
Yeah, they do everything. But Empire
That would
Beauty
be
School,
dope. First of all, it'd be really weird to see you do nails, but
It would be
I think
dope.
it'd be a cool concept because I feel like as black men that would hopefully be fathers one day to a black girl, you should be able to do your daughter's hair.
But here's the thing though. I'm confident enough to be like a hairdresser if I really thought about it. But the hairdresser, because I feel like because I realize this way, like
How much is a washing set, my niggas?
a washing set is $45.
Depends on where you go.
$45 for what? Nigga!
Depends on where you go. It depends.
Actually,
Washing set depends on where you go, how long your hair is. Do you do a deep conditioner? Do you not do a deep conditioner? And if you know them, especially with Dominican hair salons, because with Dominican hair salons, once you learn they trust and they trust you, and you are loyal, and you come back. It's a set price for you.
You bring like your daughter, your cousin, your aunt.
See, like the spot I go to in Williamsburg, because I could not go to the Bronx anymore. That shit was just too much of a truth for me. But the spot in Williamsburg, she charged me $35.
$35, perfect, B.
Boom.
They nice to you. So
they all right to you. They not.
Reason why. Two reasons why. I was 23. I was in college. And I was like, yo, I don't think college for me though. So I told him to some dude, right?
So you thought hair was for you?
No, listen. He was like mad flamboyant and stuff like. He was mad cool. But the girl, I told the girl, like, I wonder how she's doing. We was talking one day about the whole beauty school. And after that, I was telling her different stuff that I read about the hair. She's like, you should be a hairstylist, this, that, and third. I was mad subconscious. I was mad fat. So I never pursue it. But I'm really thinking about that. I might become a hairstylist. I might be a beast at it too.
You know what? Follow your dreams, boo.
That's not my dream though.
So what is your dream?
My dream is to be a motivational speaker.
Well, you can be a motivational speaker and a hairdresser.
Here's the thing though, like, I might do it.
Yeah.
I might go to school. This is cheap.
Oh my God, you over here trying to get your license and shit.
Yeah, I think I might. How many weeks is it?
It's like 3 weeks.
No, it definitely is not 3 weeks. It's definitely not 3 weeks because what people fail to realize with beauty school is it definitely is a science to it. So you have to take a lot of classes to get certified for that shit.
But here's the thing though. Depending what time you go, if you go like a certain time, it makes it a little longer because the hours don't add up. Especially like you go at night, the hours a little bit. I think you actually 3 weeks or something like that. The hours don't add up compared to the daytime. We get I think more fuller, less weeks. Yeah.
Yo, y'all all trying to do this? open up.
It is definitely a social experience.
I say this way. Yo, I know how to do beard. I know everything about the beard. I know what the woman's hair. You know, certain herbs to use, certain Washington. But like the beard, like listen, a natural woman with a guy with a beard is like basically the same product you use.
Yo.
Like I can use it to make a castor oil. I can use it to the almond oil. It's just a different kind of oil. Just to like that oil. A girl actually I could talk to got me into the whole beard game. You know, enriching my beard and stuff like that. She told me that you get honey, you get avocado, and after you put it in your beard, let it sit down on it. What?
Yeah, so I'm thinking about doing this. Because niggas gonna write notes to each other in class. Nigga, what?
Yo, my coworker told me that it was something off the wall my boss did, and I definitely like worked the piece of paper, and I wrote it to my coworker, and I was
Wait. You got
nigga.
Did you guys saw that movie about that? What's the name of Fine? So like she didn't cut her hair in the movie.
Oh, you talking about what's Sanaa Lathan?
Yo, son.
Cry?
Son, that's my hero though, son.
Sanaa Lathan's your hero?
No, I heard about the guy who touched my hair.
Like,
real talk though.
what?
Shorty with natural hair though. Yo, you get a little. Here's a trick. You get a little like you get a little like oil, but you gotta get like Jamaican castor oil. You know, cause like you go through the hair a little bit long because it's thicker. So you get put a hair massage. A man never know massage his scalp.
So we're gonna talk about the
hell no, I don't want that.
What?
I don't want that.
Yo,
don't touch my hair.
Yo, real talk. You never touch
I barely like niggas pulling my hair, so I don't want
Spotlight?
Yeah.
Really?
I just pull it.
See, yeah, I was like, pulling is even though. But like, I don't want some. Like, I'm not at the salon. Like, you don't have to like, no.
You don't like your king to rub your head?
No.
And say how I love you, boo, and kiss your forehead?
No.
So
I don't want all that.
No guy never like. So you don't like when a guy show you affection? Like, come on.
No, affection depending on the. It has to be from. It has to be from the right person. That's one. Not every nigga you deal with is gonna be like that. Might be affection. No, but I'm telling you. You asked me a question. I'm telling you that not every nigga you gonna want that type of affection for because you don't have that type of relationship with them.
It's kind of with certain girls. Don't touch my beard. Do not touch my beard.
Oh, okay.
Do not touch my beard. I don't get
So that I
angry.
don't-
I have dick fingers sucking dick. No.
Yo, can we talk about WrestleMania?
Sucking dick with your dick hair fingers, you know?
Yo, can we talk about WrestleMania?
Wait, but if she sucks your dick, would it be a problem?
I'm nasty. I kiss her right after you sucking my dick.
Like cover her mouth in.
Hey, I'm nasty as mine. I'm clean. I drink water. I have a healthy diet. So, nasty, B. Just like when a girl, you eat her out, she cover your mouth, you don't kiss her after. That's it.
Yo, can we move forward on the next Superstar Spotlight?
I'm just saying that's very hypocritical of
Yo,
you because you don't want some. We're
It's
gonna
my
get there.
dick.
No, that's very true. But what I'm saying is, what's the hypocritical part about it is that you don't want somebody with dick fingers rubbing your beard, but you want somebody sucking your dick and then rubbing your beard.
That's like, you know what a guy fingers do and puts it in your mouth?
Exactly. Exactly. Same thing.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Depends on the guy.
Exactly. Yo. Facts. Exactly. It's like, yo, taste it. You taste it.
Fix yourself.
Exactly. Yo, sometimes you got.
What the fuck is this sampling at like
Yo, that's
Costco's?
a sample.
Is this
Yo,
Costco's for pussy? Like what the fuck is this about?
Yeah, try it. Yeah.
Like, before I do that, you gotta try yourself out too. You know?
Look, I'm saying this one,
I'm gonna do
yo.
that, you gotta do it.
Listen. I'm saying
Nigga
this
said a
one.
little
Yourself
bit.
a little bit. Taste
Yo,
it.
Leo, have you ever
Wow.
had a girl that after she came and after you put on your beard though? How you dripping though? Like you
Nah, I be
drip?
dripping on my chin.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts be like this.
Yeah.
Like you got rubber dust and
And
get the
she
beard.
tells you, oh, look all of that drip.
Facts. And you kiss her after. You don't kiss her, right? You just look at her, right?
Nah, fuck it.
Because you gave it up for Lent?
You give it a Leo look?
Yeah.
Oh, just it is what it is.
Oh, you ready?
Wait, did you just hit a bitch with the DX?
I don't have sex, so I don't know.
He sucked his teeth.
I think I'm about to have sex tomorrow.
Really?
Get my hip in at the same time.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait,
What you
you're
said?
trying to have sex and get your, how does that work? Like one has to happen before the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna break my head on the goal.
Yo, what kind of porn?
Yo, I was about to say, like, wait a minute.
Yo, are you gonna walk in and say like, and after that dog, I'm going to the bathroom, freshen up after you suck your dick?
That's actually kind of inappropriate though. Like, how the fuck you go to somebody's house with their mama house, have her mama braid your hair?
I'm gonna break my head. I'm gonna go to her room and I'm gonna fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you gonna at least tip mom?
Nah, tip over my dick.
No. What?
Her mama look good?
My mom look alright. Like, I don't know.
She got the wax?
Nah, her mom ain't no titties. I think she got her titties from my mom, but she got like them, something like, you still got big titties, but you got B cups. Like, she got those titties.
Is she shaped like a V? Huh?
Nah, she don't got nothing to her.
No, like it's shaped like a V, like.
She ain't big.
Oh.
She regular. Mama regular.
Mm.
Oh, but it's the girl big?
Yeah.
Is the girl?
6'2".
Oh, 6'2"? Why the fuck you just didn't say that? All right, then we're gonna move right along to our superstar spotlight. I was just like, I thought it was a random bitch. No, it's our friend 6'2". Then fuck it then. Wow, so you're not even gonna tip her mom still?
Exactly.
Nah.
Is she really 6'2"?
Yeah.
I think she's 5'11". She's more 5'11".
5'11".
She's probably definitely the same height as Charlotte though. 'Cause she's tall.
So we're gonna move on to Superstar Spotlight.
Sure, do you wanna do it?
Superstar Spotlight of the Week is the WrestleBay of professional wrestling, Vanity. From New Jersey, Vanity has loved wrestling since the age of 7. She's the first female competitor of the Pro Wrestling Syndicate dojo in New Jersey. She wrestled the likes of Karen Q, Willow Nightingale, Kimberly, and that match was fucking the best match on the card that night. She wrestled Kimberly for the Queen of the Ring, what is it?
BCWs.
For BCW, that was the best match of the night. But I will continue. And she has also wrestled Tessa Blanchard. Aside from Pro Wrestling Syndicate, she can also be seen on the Worldwide Wrestling Alliance, Vicious Outcast Wrestling, and the Warriors of Wrestling. Shout out to Isaiah Wolf and also
Marcus Marquis.
Catch Vanity during WrestleMania week at Battle Club's Pro Icons 3, going against Savannah Evans. Match is also sponsored by
The Jobber Tears Podcast. So we are officially announcing that we are sponsoring, as everyone knows, our friends at Battle Club Pro are really, really, they hold a very special place in our heart.
I feel like that would be official press for them.
We're going to do really big things coming soon with Battle Club Pro, so stay tuned to that. But
Shout out to you, Eli. I know you watch. It's date night for you, dog.
But Man, put that nigga business out there,
You
but
put everyone's business out there, dogs.
I don't. Who business is out there?
Come on, you gotta mention So like I said before,
Who business is put out there?
we're not gonna mention what we mentioned. We talk about it after the show.
Oh, what I asked you?
Yeah.
The $1 million question. And we are sponsoring Vanity versus Savannah Evans. So Savannah Evans is once again a very dear and good friend to the show. And Vanity, who we met,
Tatiana.
who she does not look like Tatiana.
Tatiana. Bust it down, brother Tatiana.
That's what we gotta do anyway.
She's good.
I saw
her today.
last night. Pause.
Something today. But we are sponsoring their match. We are very lucky and very excited to be the sponsor for this match. Hashtag Black Girl Magic, hashtag Black Excellence. So once again, the question always to you gentlemen is, what match would you like to see Vanity against whom?
Jacqueline.
Okay.
I got my mistress, Jazz. That's fine. She kind of rough though. She a CEO.
She is super rough in the face. She is. Yeah.
I could tell that Jazz might lift me up like this and go, yeah.
Oh shit! Word.
That's word.
So, sidebar: college basketball. As everyone doesn't know, it is March Madness, and my beloved Johnny, St. John's University, got the pick for March Madness. So I just got a text saying like we about to make history or something. So I was like, wait, shut the fuck up, word. But
What's into the coach, Chris
Mullen. But Chris Mullen is head coach of the St. John's
Shout out to
men's
him.
basketball
Did you basically save
team.
that program?
Debatable.
he definitely didn't though.
He where it is now, yes. But when I was in school, like we made it to March Madness. We placed, so.
Yeah, I know. And then, but y'all was shitty.
But then after I finished, it was like,
They had a good time last time. I know my son, young Ron, before you could play the meta.
Was he in your school when you were playing?
Ron Artesta's battle, Tavia.
So y'all losing 24-10.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. We niggas come back every day, B.
College basketball was like, it's different.
I don't like college sports at
I like
all.
college football.
I don't like college football
I like
either.
college football because like, reason why I like college football is because a lot of them, this is their last stop. And it's more of a sense of school pride.
You know what I like that, and I feel like that's one of the things that the one missing thing I would say about St. John's is that we didn't have a football team. And that, I think, a football team in a university creates that kind of school spirit.
And I felt that St. John had a football. I guess it
They
was
used
stupid,
to.
But yeah, it's stupid for them to have
But
a football team.
some shit happened.
But it's stupid for them to not have a football team because the tri-state area, as far as Jersey, Connecticut, especially New York, they develop a lot of great players, running backs, receivers. Like the football scene, especially in New York, I don't know, those boys could play. But I don't know. So
No, but I agree. I think once again, when you have not smaller towns, but when you outside of New York, a lot of town is football town. So like you have
my son Boubier from Friday Night Lights.
You have like South Carolina Gamecocks. You have Georgia. You have Georgia Tech. You have Penn State. You have the University, Ohio State. You know, stuff like that. Like that kind of creates that kind of culture. And I feel like that was the one missing thing in my college experience was that kind of like football.
I had football.
But then you see, but for us, we were D1 basketball team. So like our culture was the team, but if the team wasn't winning, then there was no spirit. So
I went to football. I played football. Yeah, that is true. I felt that football brings that extra.
I just don't like that a lot of college football games are high scores. I never really feel like it's never like a real like competition. I just feel like niggas is just scoring.
Okay.
But what do you prefer?
I like all types of sports.
Really? What's your favorite sport of all time? Bless you.
Football. I really enjoy football. I'm really tactic behind football.
Are you excited about XFL? XFL's coming really faster than I thought it was. Like for 2020 to be kind of like around the corner and XFL to kind of restart.
Maybe I should get a job with it.
To get look on the website.
So we're gonna talk about
All right, so let's talk about the WWE recap this week. We are on once again 18 days away. Oh, that was from our conversation for the Big Four. So that's why I put 10. We are 18 days away from WrestleMania, so as once again storylines are unfolding, things are happening left and right. Let's talk about Raw. 2 ups, 2 downs, guys. We already know one of your downs should be Kurt Angle's opponent. I hope it is.
I mean, the video I said, I won't give that a down because I'm low-key being optimistic for Jason Jordan.
I'm not gonna lie, when fucking that music hit, I thought it was Jason Jordan. And it was Shaggy. I was like, oh shit, never mind.
To be honest, only big thing, I don't know, Raw was kind of a mixed bag for me, dog. Like,
yeah, this week I felt like it was like,
it was just like, Raw to me is just like in a kind of a funny place right now. Because shout out to Elijah was talking about it, it was just like, Raw is kind of missing an identity. And I think that's been a problem for the past couple of like months. And I'm really thinking about it just like, it lacks culture. Because it's so all over the place. Some weeks it's good, you have a sense that it's going to be continuing every week. Then other weeks just like, I guess. So, Raw lacks that culture, that identity that they need to really set it over the top. SmackDown has that culture.
I think the word is consistency more than culture.
Okay, reason why I said that, the culture, because even though SmackDown could be not the greatest this week though, you can still tell that it still have a SmackDown style to it. Still have a sort of SmackDown format to it, so you understand.
I still feel like Raw has that
but
format.
Raw is just like some weeks looking like I don't know. Raw is missing something. It's like you making something. Missing like I don't know what is missing. I think that the shakeup, the draft that's happening after WrestleMania is really going to give it that oomph to it. Like I don't know what it is. I can't really explain it.
I think it was just this week. I agree. Like I think this week was just like, where are we going with all of this?
Like Jinder Mahal versus Ricochet. Like I guess
I thought that was dope because it was different.
It was. I don't know. Raw.
I feel like as fans, once again, it's the give and take. Like you want different, but then when different happens, you're like, oh, this is not what I thought.
You know what storyline is very stupid? Shout out to Elijah who was talking about this. The Batista versus Triple H match. Batista beat this man 3 times, clean sweep. What more do you want from him?
It's the same, honestly, when I thought about it, it's the same with Austin and Rock. Same thing.
But The Rock finally got the W.
Exactly.
But
exactly right. No, but you don't know that yet. But exactly what you were about to say.
I don't know.
Exactly what you're about to say is exactly what this is.
Okay.
It's all about recycling. WWE, shout out to you going green. You have a green champion on SmackDown, but you recycle so many different storylines that I appreciated because it took me some time to really sit and analyze that. Because I was like, this is so different. This is different because it's something that I feel like we all kind of forgot as fans. Like we were just like, oh, Batista and Triple H, oh, that was been there, done that. But for him to say Triple H has never beaten me, and we've never faced each other at WrestleMania. But at WrestleMania, that's a very...
He beat him, Batista went to Royal Rumble, went to WrestleMania, fought Triple H and beat him.
No, but Triple H has never beat him.
Oh, Triple H never beat him.
Right.
But they fought at WrestleMania already.
No, but Triple H has never beat him, and that's what Give Me What I Want situation came from, which is the same thing when Rock and Austin went against each other. It was like... But Rock never beat him yet. So, but it happened at the grandest stage of them all.
Yeah,
so it's the build up. And I just don't like Batista's promos half the time like that. But that's just me. I'm not really big on him.
Because he dressed like a drug dealer.
Yo, he's just
like the dude from
I thought it was Blue Magic or something. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
That died in the first season.
Oh, you talking about the guy that won the Academy, the Oscar? I mean, the black dude. I know you're talking about.
From Moonlight.
From Moonlight, yeah.
From Spider-Man.
That was just weird. Like the whole "Give Me What I Want." I was like, all right, you have this on repeat. You don't know what else to say. And then this week it's like, this week he's like, I don't respect you, Hunter. Blase.
And he talking about how that Triple H held him down. He held him back. Look like, all right,
nigga, he put you on.
No, he put him on.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, what?
Technically, he put him on, but then he didn't reach his full potential until he left.
Shout out to.
But if Triple H never put him on, he would have never catapulted. Period.
Shout out to the _ Corey with a K. Never saw your life. He welcomed. He said this. Batista want to go out on top and see Triple H as an easy target. So, actually, is a better way to explain the storyline.
But I mean, is it really him going on top if Batista loses?
No, Batista want to say like, yo, like I want to go out on top because last time we WWE he lost.
Batista wants to do things on his terms, his way, and that's just what it is.
And I feel like I gotta agree with Corey with a K.
But then you can't go on national TV on Raw and say I didn't quit. Yes, the fuck you did. Like, when he said that, I was like,
stop breaking the fourth wall.
No, it's not breaking the fourth wall. He said it on Raw when he left.
I don't recall.
Yo, I can pull it up.
I don't recall.
Well, I'm sorry. I can recall. And that nigga dead sat there and said, I quit. Period.
I don't recall. All I remember is like I like to keep that blank for the storyline purposes. So,
but that was a part of the storyline, and then he left, and then he went to go do Guardian of the Galaxy and shit. So
that don't count.
That does count.
That don't count.
That does count because if he's bringing back shit from Evolution, guess what? That shit counts. Yep, shit counts. All right, what else happened on Raw?
Raw was boring.
I'm sorry, I might be the only person super excited about that Phoenix coming back, but
no, it's Raw.
That shit is hot.
Raw was what it was.
I mean, I can do without Dana Brooke and Raw. I can do definitely without Ronda. Period.
I forgot that Jinder was even on Raw.
That was actually the match that I remembered.
No, I forgot he was on Raw.
Oh, like a part of the roster?
Part of the roster.
Oh,
like I forgot like he was on Raw. The Ronda Rousey versus Dana Brooke was a little bit like, okay.
No, it was dumb. And then her husband on the side.
Yeah.
And
you didn't like, I mean, the Nia Jax, this was pretty good. Shout out to
shout out to Nia reposting us.
Yeah, she always does.
I know, but you gotta give love.
Shout out to my boo Tamino.
So Drew McIntyre, beat Seth Rollins. I really like Drew McIntyre. Like I really like Drew McIntyre, and I kind of want to see him fight Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it'd be different.
It would be different than something I'm actually looking for. That's kind of my up. But regardless, Raw in general was more of like a shrug, and it's like okay, hopefully I build up next week to put in the storyline.
Yeah, because next week is the last. Oh no.
The week before.
No, it's 2 more Raws before WrestleMania.
Yeah, so, excuse me.
All right. What else? We had a question on the live feed. What do you guys see them doing with the Intercontinental Championship? Do we get Bobby Lashley and the Demon, Finn Balor, or do we get Bobby Lashley and a whole bunch of characters, or do we just throw Bobby Lashley into the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial shit?
No, they're gonna
fuck it.
There's 17 fucking matches on that card.
Supposedly.
It's like an 8-hour pay-per-view.
So just be prepared to spend half your day at MetLife.
Yeah, so
or Legends.
Or at Legends.
So
cheap plug.
I see Finn fighting Bobby.
Yeah, I see
and Finn
Demon
coming out as a Demon at WrestleMania because it makes perfect sense.
Yo, that entrance is gonna. I just live for the entrances at WrestleMania. I kid you not.
I was gonna be in New York, so it's gonna be dark.
Yeah. Well, actually, it depends on the time of year because yesterday I left work at 6. It was still light as fuck outside. I was like, oh shit, this is new.
But it would be dark. But it'll give that cool
Depends on how far up on the card is because if they do it after 8:30, 9, that's another thing too. But that's
I hope it don't. But what's the protocol if it rains?
Rain or Shine show goes on.
So what if it's like a
Do they have something above the ring?
No, they don't.
No, I don't think so. I don't.
When they were in Miami, they did.
When they were, I think 29, they did.
Yeah, was that the one with the Rock and?
Yeah,
yeah. They had something above the.
They had something above the ring, but once again, rain or shine, the show will go on. So just keep that in mind.
It's gonna be cold.
And it's looking to probably be 30. Low being 30.
The reason why I don't mind in New York because depending on like you said, depending on what time the card is, it will still give that cool aesthetic as the sun's setting down. Imagine they doing the time when the sun is setting down, as going down the entrance, getting darker and darker and darker.
See, no, it's either dark or not dark because they fucked that up when they did Santa Clara and they fucked up Sting's entrance and Taker's entrance and that shit.
And Brett.
And they don't remember. They always fail to realize it's a time difference. So shit just didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
But let's talk about SmackDown. We were all in the hopes of Kofi Mania coming true, coming to fruit, and did Vince McMahon not work everyone to the fucking T and pull out his dick again and say, not what you think it's gonna be. So guys, what did you think about SmackDown?
SmackDown was good storytelling. I've always said the Iconics are the next big thing in the women's division.
That threw me off the thing when I was like, oh shit.
I've been telling people this since.
But they're a real tag team, like.
Yeah, I know, but I've been telling people since like I think it was when they had Evolution and they opened up Evolution and they were on the mics. I was like, they are the next big thing on the women's division.
Absolutely, I agree.
And everybody was just like, what are you talking about? I was like, all right, we'll see. Miz cut a great baby
face
promo.
Miz out here.
Phenomenal. Yeah. The Becky and Charlotte Flair was the stereotypical.
Shout out to Kevin Owens for your new logo. I'm with the shits. It looks fresh. It looks brand new. I like it.
He needs a stylist. But
you need a job. Do you want to help him out?
I do need a job. It might work. But obviously, what we all want to talk about is Kofi Kingston and his whole situation. Great storytelling done all around.
I don't care what anyone says.
He won 2 packages. Randy calling him stupid.
Again.
Kofi calling him stupid.
Yeah.
SmackDown is keeping it streamlined as fuck with their stories.
And it's fluid because, and I feel like you have to be a real wrestling fan to know the meeting when Kofi said stupid. Because if you did not know, Kofi Kingston botched an RKO moons ago. Yeah. I'm talking about moons ago. Like when him and Randy had that feud moons ago. And for it to come back, and I just need you to write them down there. For them to come back in 2019 and connect those dots is super impressive to me.
No, it was a super well done match, and then everything was done. Damn him bringing out Daniel Bryan, him losing to Daniel Bryan. Now everybody on the internet is going crazy, like, yo, it's saying all these things, and then you wrote down here, Big E saying that people like us will only get so far in WWE, and that's all they will ever be. He's not sure if it's worth it. Yeah. It's all a work. It's all done well, but it's all they're using to pin that reality of not having a black champion.
I mean, like I said earlier,
apparently,
in my video, sitting down with Mr. Black. Man, I did the time for my video. Sitting down with Mr. Black in the park. Anyways.
Were you sitting down though?
Yeah, I was. I was in the park.
Okay.
So, it's great television.
Okay.
It's great television. They have to fill in the television. Like they still have many weeks left. And real talk, why not play? This reason why I kind of like the storyline is basically saying that Daniel Bryan, you was this a couple of years ago. But this is
the irony.
But this is how I view his storyline. Daniel Bryan was first-time champion, but then second time around, he realized that, yo, I don't want to. Y'all really are corrupt on the low. But you know what? I'm going to be the opposite. I'm better than you because I don't follow y'all traditional rules. So it's just like Daniel Bryan's come on very arrogant, like, I can't fault you. Everything you say is right, but you're a real a-hole about it. And Kofi is the guy where, like, I've been a company man. I never got anything. Yeah, they gave me an opportunity, and I crushed it. But every time I got closer to it, y'all put another challenge ahead of me. I like the fact that WWE also used WWE their website a lot more to show exclusive videos of who they talking. And to me, that was one of, like, I'll say this tomorrow, but I'm going to say this right now, just like, it shows low-key what we are saying, that they're listening, what we're saying about black wrestlers in WWE. Because every time we have a black wrestler champion behind them, they win a championship, it's always some BS for them to actually win the big one. And when they do them in the big one, it doesn't mean as much as a white champion winning. And I just felt that they was basically telling us how we felt. Biggie went online to talk about that. Yo, I'm frustrated. Like, and Booker T said it like, there's so much black people in WWE. And that's not, sometimes that's not, it just happens. And it got appealed to the masses, like, white people watch this. And now, I feel like there's now we live in a time where black people are accepted. We don't have to sit down in the whole traditional mold that we're thugs. We got to be a certain way because we're not this, we're not black enough. The New Day is a perfect example of bridging different cultures into one. So what I'm saying is just like, the reason why there was not so much black people wrestling back in the day, because it was not cool to like, it was cool like wrestling for a little bit, but afterward you got to make fun of it. Oh, you like that, it's fake, this, that, and third. It's not accepted in the community until now.
I don't think it was that though. I think it's more on.
It wasn't a lot of black wrestlers, period, because.
No, but it's
because there weren't a lot of black wrestlers.
It was
Like,
literally Booker T sat down there. He said that all these black wrestlers, he's struggling to name them, and I just feel like, yo, certain stuff was not cool to do.
No, it's not that, and everybody keeps saying that.
And it was.
I don't think it's that either.
Another thing is, I felt there was lack of representative of black people in wrestling.
It's not.
but
even,
that's not. But there's no. That's no one's personal fault.
It's not
that's
that
not,
at all. It's not that at all. What it was, and I've said this before, because I compare it to powerlifting. And I've said it before, even though I was on a mixed tag show and everybody looking like I'm crazy, it's very similar to powerlifting. When I started powerlifting, I was like the only black person competing. Because you know what it is? Not a lot of black people powerlift. They don't know about it.
Yeah.
They don't know where to go to learn about it. Now, you have black kids who watch wrestling and they don't know that you can go
you
learn.
actually, you don't have those resources.
You don't have the resources to
have
go
that.
learn how to wrestle. There's no school down the block to learn how to wrestle. Like, that's the reason why, like, Hog is so important. That's the reason why the schools in New Jersey is so important. That's why Booker T school is so important. That's why the Samoan school is so important. Where you have schools where people can go to. The problem with black wrestling is not the fact that there's not a black people who are interested, not a black people who knew about, I can go somewhere to watch wrestling. Like, yesterday, I'm talking to the manager of Katra. We're talking about wrestling. Like, we're sitting down talking about wrestling. He's like, oh, because I was talking to him about Hogan, and he's like, yo, don't ruin my childhood, bro. Don't ruin my childhood. And I'm speaking to him about it. He's a big dude. Now, if he really wanted to go into it, where would he go? Back when you were a kid, Hog wasn't around. And Johnny Rod's school was around, but I don't think it was around, like people knew about it.
I kind of believe that how that a lot of these schools were in the hood.
It's not so much about being in the hood. It's just about you being in the know.
I know, but let me finish my thought out. Literally, you go to Hog, it's right in the heart of the hood. Like, somebody that you know is going to tell you about Hog. A lot of people I went to school with knows about Hog. Because they say, I'm familiar with it, I see the flags around town, this, that, that. That's in the heart of the hood. Niggas in Brooklyn go there, niggas all across in New York City goes there. So imagine when we was growing up, at a community center, they was talking about how, like, you know what, we're going to teach you to wrestle. Imagine the YMCA, they had a class about wrestling in the hood. I just feel like he said, there was not enough resources for us to actually go out and do it. And a lot of these wrestling schools was like mad far. It was not in reachable areas that we could get to.
And that's a good point. That's a good point. Some kids didn't want to go there. And they don't know about it. Because regardless, if you're passionate about something,
you're going to go no matter how far it is.
We lived in Rosedale, and my school is in Jamaica, Queens. That's an hour bus ride I had to take every morning. I went up at 6 o'clock and I had to go to school. Now, I had to go to school. So if I'm passionate about a school, I'm going to go. Things are different because then you see more black people. Because if you look at NXT right now, there's a bunch of black motherfuckers in there.
Yo, when I tell you the pop that Street Profits got at Evolve.
Yeah.
Like, and Velveteen Dream.
It's
and
there.
you have
it's just that now
Ricochet, a part of the light skin crew. Like, you have all these people up and coming. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, people always, I don't want to say bitch and moan, but people always want to highlight certain things. But you got to look at a bigger picture. Like, there's only, once again, as wrestling, we are the minority still, like, regardless of anything. So it's not so much of like, oh, they're not giving us the opportunity, and they're not, especially, like, if you know wrestling, it's all work. by the way. It's a really great work, by the way, because it has everyone talking about it, which is what is, I feel like wrestling has been missing, is that interpersonal connection between the fans and what the actual product is.
Oh, wow.
And that's
very true.
What?
Someone said, it's different with NXT. It's kind of like black people with golf. Like,
yeah, same with Tiger's the only one.
greatest
Or it's the same thing with tennis.
That's what says.
No.
Tennis, just like powerlifting.
Tennis, I felt like how that a lot of parts. But me, and my mother was into tennis.
But I feel like that once again, it's a sport that no, right? But it's once again, it's a sport that is not black dominated.
And that's why. Wow, that's a great example.
It's the same thing as powerlifting. That's not powerlifting.
Golf, it's just not acceptable to us.
But no, it's not.
It's not that it's not acceptable.
Sorry. It's just not well known.
It's not even that. It's expensive.
It's not right.
Because think about it. Most schools is you're putting down $3,000 to pay for the year. Yeah. And if you're raising the hood, your mom's dropping $3,000 off the rip.
Hell to no.
No, and golf is expensive. Tennis, you can kind of figure it out.
But tennis is definitely expensive. Like if you go to a school.
If you go to a school,
I knew a guy that did it.
Resources and knowledge. What you're saying again is that more people are knowing about it. You're seeing it out there more. But it's like the reason why things are changing because the knowledge is different. You have the internet.
The times are different.
The internet, and it's like, yo, I can do it. It's okay to do this. But Mark Henry said it the best. There wasn't enough of them. And Booker T said it again. He said a lot of times he's like, yo, it's also about talent. Yeah. Just because you black, I ain't putting a belt on you.
Right.
You got to be talented. And he went down names. And like you said before, he was struggling to find names, but he was also struggling to find people who legit deserve it.
Yeah.
Honestly, he said some names on there. I'm looking like.
Like who?
Ezekiel Jackson. He had a look, but
he has a look, but he didn't have the promo skills at all.
I don't know how Ezekiel Jackson is right now. I don't watch his work, but with WWE, he was just like, boom.
He was average, and he was terrible on the mic.
All right, fine, boom. I'm going to listen to what he said. He said Amon Johnson.
Let's talk about that because now I'm at an old school Raw segment. I'm at SummerSlam. 97, and it was when Ahmed Johnson joined the Nation of Domination.
Was that after like Farouk used to beat him with the belt, like he's his pops?
Yeah, no. So it was post like I don't know what happened, but Ahmed Johnson, and once again, everybody's story is very different because with him, Ahmed was on the road to an actual push. He was. Period. End of story. But it was a whole bunch. It was a whole bunch of injuries that prevented him. Because he was actually scheduled to go against Undertaker for the WWE champ for the title, and then he got injured, and then they changed that storyline and ended up being Brett and Taker.
I have a question. You've been watching a little bit more old school. Was Amon Johnson good as I remember?
He was decent, I think.
I didn't like him. I did not like him growing up. I didn't like the gimmick. I felt like when because that's why I'm watching now. When he joined Nation, I was like, this is weird.
Is that after
the fuck is you doing?
Right?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay, fine.
But
okay, fine. Amon Johnson.
But Ahmed Johnson had chances.
Okay, he had chances. Okay, boom. Okay, he had chances. But his talent never measured up. He was just but
it was injuries. But I mean, I always feel like, and this is the part that kind of frustrates me, is that we always want to highlight just the actual WWE title. Like we don't recognize the other titles that are big because Ahmed Johnson was the first Black Intercontinental Champion, and no one talks about that shit.
I didn't know that, but another person I felt like he could have become WWE champion. They really put the rock on his back. D'Lo Brown.
No, let me finish. He was definitely a solid mid-card, and that was that.
Let me finish. Little tweaks to his character. D'Lo Brown, to me, I don't care. He's the best wrestler. Boom.
And that's why it's a bit of a bias.
Fine.
But for him to be honestly probably the first Black double champion, that's another thing. We don't talk about, we don't acknowledge.
Cool. D'Lo Brown, mid-card, right? Boom. You feel like he's ready to go to the middle card, right? Now, another wrestler's name I could think of right now, I'm looking like, I could tell that he had a lot of potential. Elijah Burke.
No. I didn't really care for him.
Fine. You didn't care for Elijah Burke. Boom. Shelton Benjamin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Shelton Benjamin. That's one we said so far. Boom. Shelton Benjamin. Now.
And that's even debatable.
R-Truth.
Iffy.
You know what? Ron Killings, yes.
Yes.
Ron Killings,
No.
yes.
No. I felt
R-Truth, no.
Whoa. Capital Punishment, him and John Cena. That promo was good, though.
No, it's not about that. I'm just saying Ron Killings.
Yeah, Ron Killings, cool.
R-Truth, no. Head of your company being a hit or miss person. Like,
Okay,
that's
cool.
just what it is.
R-Truth, Capital Punishment, you're right. Can't be hit or miss. What about, see, I'm struggling right now. What about Farouk?
Farouk is one of the at the time of Nation. That was his window.
Cool, 2. So far 2. Now, what about? I'm struggling with this.
But it's not a struggle, and that's why I just want to be clear. It's no one's fault. That's just what it is.
2 wrestlers, I felt that. Sorry about that. 2 wrestlers, I felt like they missed the rim with the big window on. Big E.
The window's still open. The window is wide open.
Boom. Big E. That's the third person that you kind of mentioned that could be the WWE champion. Kofi and Xavier.
Xavier's mid-card.
Xavier.
Not Consequence Creed, though.
Oh.
We can talk about that.
Oh, fine. Another person that I felt like how the injuries held him back, shout out to you on the live feed, Mark Henry. I felt his...
he won the title.
No. The thing about Mark had too many injuries.
Yeah, injuries.
And he won the world title, which people forget is the actual title.
Yeah.
It was WCW's top title. Yeah. So he won that. The problem with Mark, Mark was supposed to get pushed numerous times. Nigga got injured. He was actually supposed to end Taker's streak.
Oh, thank God, though. Because I wouldn't have been able to forgive him for that.
Thanks. But... Right. Another person I felt like could have been WWE champion, Umaga. Umaga is that monster hill.
He was one of those.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but to end this note though, I just felt that it sucks that we're struggling to find legit people that we can see at WWE champion.
But once again, it's not always on us. It's also talent. It's also how you hold yourself accountable as the top guy. Because once again, not everybody's fit for that. And that's just what it is.
All right.
But all right, thank you for everyone watching on the live feed. We appreciate all the love and consistency every single Wednesday. As we said, we will be at BCW's 3rd anniversary. Happy anniversary to BCW, guys. We'll be there this Friday in Queens, where the main event will be the Evolve champion Austin Theory versus the BCW world champion Darius Carter. It's one you should not miss. Once again, next Saturday, we kick off WrestleMania week with our LAX brunch and video games day party. So make sure to come out, tell a friend to tell a friend, even if you don't like wrestling and you like video games or vice versa, come out and support us. And then we will be at Battle Club Pro. Joaquin Morales, owner of Battle Club Pro, will be here next week. So make sure you tune in. Guys, I am working on the Big 4 WrestleMania. I did not forget. It will be coming within the next 2 weeks. I'm once again just cultivating a project. So be on the lookout for our Big 4 WrestleMania edition, our 1-year anniversary of the Big 4. So super excited about that. Our NXT TakeOver viewing party Friday, and then the Billy Gunn Badass after party that Friday before WrestleMania. And then our main event, WrestleMania 35, here in our backyard, but we will be at Legends.
It's the Jobbers Tears Podcast.